next guest is an Emmy-nominated actor you know from shows like The Studio and films such as Together, If Beale Street Could Talk, and The Disaster Artist. He stars in Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which opens in theaters November 14th. Let's take a look.
You got one too.
Hi, I'm June.
Yeah.
Who's she?
Sorry, she's with us.
Where is my...
What?
Please welcome back to the show, Dave Franco. How are you?
Everything's going good, man.
I'm thrilled to have you here. I'm thrilled to talk about this movie. But first, belated congratulations on your Emmy nomination for The Studio.
Thank you.
Fantastic show.
I always suspected that my first big nomination would be for playing myself while inebriated on alcohol, weed, cocaine, and mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They finally wrote a part that played to all your strengths at once.
People on the street now come up to me and they're like, "Man, I wish I could party like you on The Studio." And I'm like, "Me too." Yeah. Me and my wife, we are very boring these days.
Yeah.
But you know, like about 9 years ago when we were getting married.
Yeah.
We would dabble a little bit more.
Okay.
And so at our wedding, you know, we passed around a basket full of weed pens for anyone who wanted to partake.
Very nice.
Very appropriate, too, because we had the reception at a pizzeria.
Okay.
Win-win all around.
All right.
And so, as you can imagine, our wedding was very informal, very non-traditional. And so we also didn't plan for a first dance. But, you know, inevitably, everyone makes it over to the dance floor at some point. And when the bride and groom arrive on the dance floor, everyone circles around us.
Yep.
And in that moment, whatever's playing becomes our de facto first dance song.
Forever.
Yes.
It's your forever first dance.
That's right. So for me and my wife, our first dance was us freak dancing like teenagers to A Milli by Lil Wayne.
Yeah, right.
Very romantic,
Yeah.
and I think we are the only couple on earth who can claim that as our first dance song.
I'm guessing you've never been at a dinner party where someone goes, "That was our first dance."
Not once, and that will never happen.
I will say, while your friends and family were probably watching you and Allison freak dance to A Milli, I bet a lot of people were thinking, like, "I'm really glad they found each other." That is
never
a
thought
nice
of it
moment.
that way,
yeah.
but it is very
Because sometimes
sweet.
you watch a first dance and you can see in the eyes of one of the people,
You know, this is not gonna
this
last.
is not my part.
Yes.
I didn't pick this part.
That's correct.
Yeah. I also say about The Studio, it must have been so fun. I mean, obviously, people you worked with before, Seth Rogen, like Baron Holtz, like, it must have just been such a joy when they were like, "Hey, we need you to play you, and we need you to have a full blast."
I've known this group for 20 years, and when that's the case, you just feel free to let go and have fun and do weird things, and that's when the best stuff comes. And when they're just like, "Hey, we want you to be on all the drugs, there's no limits, just go as hard as you want," I'm like, absolutely, keep bringing me back forever.
All right, so congratulations. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. It's very cool when a movie becomes a franchise not based on anything we knew before.
Sure, yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But this was not the title that you were pitching.
Oh, right. Yeah. When we first signed on, it was like the untitled Now You See Me sequel, and we were pitching hard for Now You Three Me.
Right,
It's
yeah.
right in front of our face.
Right there,
How
yeah.
could we not grab that?
Nobody's done that before. You should have done it.
What are we
Yeah.
talking about? And if we get to do a fourth, I'm already pitching for Now You See Me, for Now You Don't. If we get to do a
Wow,
fifth,
right.
trust me, I've already thought about that. Now You Cinco Me, set it in Latin America.
Yeah. Now, do you think, are you worried those titles are so bad you're disincentivizing them to make more?
When you say so bad,
Now You Cinco Me.
it rolls off the
It
tongue.
rolls off the tongue, yeah. We had Isla Fisher here. your
That's
co-star.
right. That's right.
And she was saying, and she made it seem like everybody on the cast agreed, there's an escape scene underwater.
Right.
Everybody sort of said Wet Dave, as they sort of call you when you're underwater.
Yeah.
Wet Dave is super hot. That was the takeaway.
When she says everyone, it definitely is just Isla.
Okay, great.
But yes, it's this interesting thing where this whole press tour has kind of devolved into Isla speaking about how much more attractive I am when I'm wet, and I keep thinking like this can't be the best way to sell a big budget studio film these days.
Yeah.
And then a few days ago, Lionsgate, who is the studio behind Now You See Me, they reached out with this TikTok video that they made, and they just wanted me to approve it before they put it on their socials. And so I'm thinking like, okay, this is gonna be like a cool behind-the-scenes look at us doing some like really difficult card tricks. I did something with fire. I did another one where I'm blindfolded and I'm throwing cards and I'm hitting a specific target. And then I opened the video, and it's this thirst trap video of me, and I'm wet. And I'm like, this is living on Lionsgate's official TikTok page? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I just remembered yesterday that I did this show called The After Party.
Yep,
and I
another
played this-
fantastic show.
And I play this pop star, and one of his hit songs is called Duet, but it's spelled do, D-O, space wet, duet.
Yeah.
And it's about everything the character likes doing while wet, including doing his taxes and putting on jeans. But I'm like realizing, oh, I've been unknowingly typecast as wet boy?
Yeah, you're the
Everyone's
wet
trying to get me wet? I'm just like looking up
You're the
everywhere I
wet
go,
guy.
thinking there's a bucket of water about to fall on me.
Your agent calls and is like, good news, the character's wet. I owe you an apology, and I just
Oh.
want to correct the record because Isla was here and she was talking about how good you look wet. And sometimes, the guest is, as magnetic as Isla, right? You just are kind of
course.
agreeing.
Sure, sure.
And she was like, dry Dave's like an 8 out of 10. And I said 100%. And I want you to know.
I think that's
No,
correct.
I want you to know. I think no matter, you're a 10 to me no matter the moisture level. And I was just like, I got caught up in supporting her as a scene partner, and I felt great shame.
That's very kind. I can't
Yeah.
wait to go back and look just how quickly you agreed with
Oh
me,
yeah,
though.
it's immediately.
Yeah.
But I think zoom in because you're gonna see my eyes know I've told a fib.
I appreciate this.
All right, so your character is you have cards, sleight of hand.
Yes.
And credit to you as an actor. Like this was not a skill you had before the
No,
first one.
definitely not.
But you have tried to lean in to make it, as authentic as possible
For
in
sure.
the era of CGI.
Yes, so like, in these movies, I use cards as a weapon. And so I wanted to get really good because if I'm bad, then, I'm trying to defend myself and I'm throwing cards and they're fluttering in front of my face. So I really got good at throwing cards. And with this new film, it's like, okay, what can I do? And I'm like, I guess I'll find new ways to throw cards. That's exciting,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I
yeah.
am being flippant about this, but it takes a lot of work. And because we're playing the greatest magicians on earth, you want to be able to do some stuff practically so people can believe it.
Well, I will say the believable part, because I know that they can make the cards go wherever they want with
Right.
computers, but they can't. You would know from the hands.
You
That's
know
what I
from
like
the-
about it.
yes,
That
exactly.
somebody actually, because I've seen people throw cards. It blows my mind
Yes.
that people can do it well, but you can actually do it fairly well.
Pretty well. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you do it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So
Okay.
we're gonna do a quick instruction.
Okay.
We've set up some targets.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So whichever deck you prefer.
I'll take this
Okay,
one.
great.
Okay.
All right.
Are we just doing a little?
Yeah, we're just doing. Okay.
All right. I'm still dry.
Yeah, still dry. So.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I assume we're just gonna try to hit it.
Yeah,
as many
try to
targets
hit a
as we want.
target, yeah.
Let's get this out of the way.
Okay, great.
All right.
Very excited.
And wait, I need to teach you how to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, great.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Take it in your left hand.
Okay. Immediately wrong.
Okay. Take it in your left hand. These two fingers.
Okay.
Pinch them around this far corner.
Okay.
Yep. And here's what's gonna happen slow-mo.
Okay.
So it's like back like this,
Okay.
and then you go down at the last second, you kind of flick your wrist.
Okay, great.
So it's like, ooh.
Oh.
Okay. All right, let's get a little closer so we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
make
yeah.
this actually happen.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Ooh. There we go. There we go.
Oh!
There we go. Ooh. Ooh, hold on. Ooh. Ah, come on. Come on. There we go.
Oh!
There we go. There we go. Ooh.
Oh! All right. Now wait. Okay.
Okay. This isn't
is
gonna
not. I want to
happen.
point out the banana's not here as a reward for Dave. We didn't tell him if you get all 5, you get a banana. Tell us what you're attempting to do here.
Cut it in half.
You're gonna cut a banana in half. All right. Whoa. Oh, look at that. Oh my God.
I'm telling you.
If you,
Ooh.
oh my God. He did it! That's magic, everybody! Dave Franco, you guys. Now You See Me, Now You Don't is in theaters November 14th. We'll be right back.